The Texas Windstorm Insurance Agency, or TWIA, is meeting tomorrow in the state's capital to discuss proposals to hire an outside firm to evaluate how adequate their rates are. Back in December, the TWIA Board of Directors voted to look into hiring an outside firm. And according to officials, 15 qualified firms were identified and 7 submitted their proposals by the deadline, which was last Wednesday, February 26th. TWIA staff will score the firms' proposals and select 3 to 4 finalists for further consideration. From there, the finalists will be invited to present at a future meeting that is expected to happen later this month. TWIA says they hope to reach an agreement by early April.
There's much more.